welcome to the Tit for Tat podcast where culture meets chaos. I'm, of course, your highly blessed favorite and a little bit messy host, Lauren the Dom, aka the mother and Dom Dada. Welcome to another week, you guys. We have made it through. Isn't that so exciting? It is already the first week of May, and child, I can't say y'all was a little quiet this week. Thank God. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Maybe because Mother's Day is coming up or whatever. But nonetheless, I am just grateful that you all are here another week with us. I'm glad that you all are pushing through. I know that times are very, very difficult right now, child. I just found out that they're trying to take voting away from us. It's just a lot. And I think that what needs to be said is the fact that if voting wasn't important, they wouldn't be trying to take it away from us. So for the people who literally love to walk around and say, hey, our votes don't count, this, that, and the third, they very much do count. But because they see people like you or people who don't vote at all sitting here talking about that dumbass shit, they are literally finding loopholes to take these opportunities away from us. Please stop it. Okay, even the small elections for like the city mayors or whatever the case is, those matter. So yeah, we need to get out there and vote. If you want things to change, which a lot of y'all don't want to change, simply because that's why you voted for Trump in the first place, you goofy bitch. And a lot of y'all don't even vote for the fucking president. So that says a lot too. But y'all want to sit here and complain that life ain't fair, this, that, and the third. But nonetheless, I'm not gonna get on y'all ass because life is kicking y'all ass enough. All right, but again, like I said, this week has been super light. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna go ahead and get into the vibes because it's Friday, and of course we're going into the weekend just feeling good, feeling fresh, and feeling fully renewed. All right. So I want to start with a congratulations to five-time NBA star John Wall, who has become the president of the basketball. I get something in my eye. Sorry, that's what's like bothering me. Like that piece of hair that just like be lingering and shit. It's like Jesus Christ. Anyway, so John Wall has become the president of basketball operations at Howard University. It says Wall, who played for the Washington Wizards from 2010 to 2020, got the idea for the role back in January when he served as the team honorary captain of the day. Wall has already been hands-on with the basketball program, playing an active role in team meetings and evaluations of recruit and transfer targets. Per ESNP, he's also helped shape the program's overall strategic vision with focus on roster management, name, image and likeness deals, revenue sharing, agent negotiation, and player mentorships. Of course, aside from playing with the Wizards for majority of his career, he also played with the Houston Rockets and LA Clippers before officially retiring in 2025. So shout out to John Wall for becoming the president, especially at Howard University, of course, a prestigious HBCU. I think that it is very important for people to really be hands on when it comes to programs like this. Like at the end of the day, I feel as though people will literally get into like a position like this and not really do much because they feel as though, well, my accolades speak for themselves, when in reality you really have to be hands on, especially because these kids today, they need this person around. They need this type of person around, essentially. Especially because I feel as though he might be. I would think because it says basketball operations, this means both men and women. So it kind of allows both parties to kind of develop better skills and also develop, better teamwork or whatever. But nonetheless, shout out to John Wall for that. I also want to say congratulations to Drewski. He is set to basically host the 2026 BET Awards, which I think was probably the smartest decision they have made in years. All right. They have taken away the BET Hip Hop Awards, but I will say this. I think that with Drewski being the host this year, we might get a little bit of the old BET Awards back. Just a little bit, right? The times where it was just about like really having fun, really highlighting not only the new acts, but the acts that have been here and been pushing out music. I will say again, we have too much access to too much music at once, and it's kind of like being hard to keep up with everything, because essentially what happens is motherfuckers is only going to push what's popular, right? So if a just like Sexy Red dropped an album, a lot of people aren't listening to the album because essentially I think somebody else dropped that day. Like it's just so much, so trying to keep up with everything that is going on while still trying to make sure that this person gets their recognition, this person gets their, it's a lot. But I feel like with Drewski being the host, we can get that essence back, and maybe even a little bit, motherfuckers might actually work towards wanting to be rewarded. I feel as though people aren't hungry anymore when it comes to like this shit. Like when it comes to being in like podcasting or whatever, bitch, I'm trying to be like, getting awards. I'm trying to be in magazines, getting, like shit like that. I just feel as though people are only putting out music simply because they just want to make music. It's that simple. But nonetheless, again, congratulations to Drewski. I feel as though this shit is gonna be good. Okay. So moving on to reality TV, of course. We are continuously talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta because Real Housewives of Atlanta might be on track to becoming a good Real Housewives of Atlanta might be on track to becoming again one of the best franchises, right? I will say that the newbies, I'm still a little iffy about them, but with everything that is going on, at the end of the day, even the people who aren't on Real Housewives of Atlanta are still trending, and I feel like that says a lot because where the white bitches at? Oh, okay, but so but so y'all remember last week when I talked about how Kenya Moore salon was basically closing, and then you had the whole situation with Britt Eady basically riding by trying to be shady, this, that, and the third. So I guess recently someone asked Britt Eady, or she did her interview, whatever, which never made sense to me because why the fuck are you even talking about anything? But you're not on the show anymore. You don't have anything to give. Even on the show, you didn't have anything to give, bitch. But you constantly want to keep bumping them dick suckers. I don't understand. So Britt Eady basically says that she was told from production that she could possibly return only if she agrees to film with Kenya Moore. A part of me doesn't believe it because my thing is this: when you really think about it, she didn't give anything to the season, so why would we bring this bitch back? Only reason I could think of bringing Britt Eady back is because they feel sorry for her. That's the only thing I could think of. Other than that, there's really no purpose. So according to court documents, Britt Eady is pushing back against Bravo, trying to shut down her $20 million lawsuit tied to alleged on-set sexual harassment. She's claiming the situation went way beyond anything she agreed to when signing up for the show. Now, Britt says during filming, Kenya Moore allegedly displayed explicit photos of her on poster boards in front of other cast members at an event. She claims the moment shocked not only her co-stars but herself as well, with yada yada yada. But producers are coming out with a different story. Now, this is where things get real interesting. Producers claim Britt wasn't a victim and that she was warned before joining that being on Real Housewives of Atlanta could come with stressful or emotional challenging situations. But Britt isn't buying that at all. She said that the contract she signed did not cover anything like what allegedly happened, and there was no way she could have seen it coming. She also claims Bravo removed Kenya from the show mid-season and launched an investigation, and then later told her that she could come back for Real Housewives of Atlanta's new season, season 17, with one major condition: she will continue filming with Kenya. Of course, a source close to production basically tells these media outlets that Britt was never actually asked back for season 17 at all, and I believe that because again, you weren't bringing anything, and for you to act like you were just his main victim again, I never agree with Kenya basically outing the whole like sexual explicit photos. I don't agree with that shit at all. But I can't sit here and say that either one of y'all are victims because at the end of the day, Britt, you did do what you did by threatening her with a gun and this and the third. Oh, I got niggas in the bit. Like you was making it seem like you got niggas in the cut, or you don't even need them niggas this and the third because you got that thing on you. Like that's how you was talking. But also, I can't sit here and look at Kenya as a victim because at the end of the day, Kenya is also the same person who has threatened somebody else with a gun. Bitch, we have already talked about this, bitch. Like at the end of the day, it is what it is. I just feel as though like neither one of y'all are victims. Like both of y'all went below the belt, and that's what it is. And I don't believe that production asked you back because you didn't bring anything to the fucking show. So why the fuck? And I personally think that we don't need to keep bringing back people who don't bring anything to the show. We already have Drew Sidora. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Drew Sidora, same storyline. I'm tired, sis. Taurus the Taurus. Where is the bull? Where is the energy? Like what the fuck is going on? It just very much seems like you're just on TV simply because you need the money to move. At this point, that's what it's given. But nonetheless, child, Britt Edie, I don't see you ever being on our screens again. I'm just keeping it a bug, and that's totally fine. I see Kenya Moore coming back. I definitely do. I feel like for season 18, Kenya might come back. I'm hoping that she does because we miss her on our screens. I don't care what nobody says. I know that Kenya is a menace to society and she's the worst person in the world, but she gives us great TV. She really does. Moving on to music. So it looks like Rolling Loud will be live streamed on Twitch and Amazon Music. I guess this is for the people who, can't afford to actually go because I'm not gonna lie, I've seen Rolling Loud tickets. Them bitches be like $1,000 fucking. I'm not gonna lie. That should be so fucking expensive. And I get you like really paying for the experience, but the experience that I'll be looking at, I don't think it's worth it. Unless you probably going to like a different Rolling Loud. Like you know how they be having like Rolling Loud in Miami, and then you got a Rolling Loud in Cali, you got a Rolling Loud in fucking wherever else. I feel like it just really just depends on where you're going essentially. But nonetheless, I feel like this is a kind of good idea because people are going to pay for Twitch and Amazon. People already pay for Twitch and Amazon Music, so it's just one of those things where okay, why not pay for extra subscription so you can watch your favorite artist? Makes sense. The baby says he's the best rapper alive. I'm so sick of this nigga. So basically, the baby had been saying he's the best rapper alive since he busted on. He has. He really has. He's been saying that since the beginning of time, but he agreed that he deserves to be mentioned alongside hip hop's so-called big three: Drake, Kendrick Lamar, and J. Cole. Not even on your worst fucking day. Not even on your fucking greatest day are you even in the same conversation as them niggas. I don't even listen to J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar like that. But for you to think that you are anywhere on their level is crazy as fuck. Now, don't get me wrong. I used to listen to the baby back then. Back then. Like when he was really like baby Jesus and all of that goofy shit. No. No. Like you are hard. Where you were. You were the cold little rapper. I will say that. I don't know what happened, but you very much fell off. And for you to think that, I would say like I applaud you for the confidence. I mean, you have to have it with your height, of course. I get it, but for you to think that you are ever in anybody's top anything is fucking crazy. Well, you might be in like top 20 favorite rappers, and even if you in top 20, I feel as though that's a little crazy. Hey, I'm sorry, call me a hater. It is what it is. Um, the baby explains, I'm the best motherfucking rapper. Like I've been saying it. I often say it when I do my freestyles. This is a phrase of mine, and a lot of people are familiar with me saying it, but I definitely do mean it. He adds, everybody should feel that they're the best, and made it clear he's not saying he's better than Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Duh. We definitely know you ain't saying that. But for you to think that you're even on their level, again, we applaud you for the confidence, babe. But no, not at all. Not at fucking all. French Montana and Rick Ross are currently having a versus. And I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are not here for the verses because a lot of people are saying like this is just a battle of who has the most Drake features. And I feel as though that is like diminishing the things that Rick Ross and French Montana has given us because they do have a few hits. Now, is this going to be the best verses that we've had? Fuck no. Okay, this is probably going to be bottom of the barrel. Well, what verses was bottom of the barrel? I'm not gonna lie, that whole like with Ray J, Sammy, that whole little that debacle was terrible. Let's just keep it a buck. But yeah, I just feel as though like French Montana and Rick Ross have hits. If y'all are sitting here saying that they don't, then that clearly means that y'all just wasn't either like alive or y'all just probably don't remember they run, and that has nothing to do with me. That just means y'all young as fuck. Young and ignorant, bitch. But nonetheless, personally, I'm trying to think. Personally, I gotta go with Rick Ross, and I'm going with Rick Ross. I'm going with Rick Ross simply because Aston Martin music is on that list. Diced Pineapples is on that list. I think a big meat, Larry. But then if we go to French Montana. Okay, he got popped at. Okay, he got a lean with a baller, shot caller. That was like literally the first song I ever heard with him. That Pippin in a Phantom. Thought I seen a ghost. Hey, that was my shit. What else? And then he got the song with Sway Lee, the Guatemala song, right? Ain't that Guatemala something like that? Okay, yeah. It might be a little short verses. It's gonna be real short, but nonetheless, at least they can do a verses together. You know what I'm saying? It's a little off, but whatever. Um, it looks like Pussycat Dolls actually canceled nearly all dates of their North American tour due to low ticket sales. Um, I didn't even know they were on tour. Let's start there. I didn't know they was on tour. Why are they on tour? Do they have like an album out or something or coming out or something? I don't know. Maybe it was like a Pussycat Doll like reunion or something like that. I don't know, bitch. But in a statement shared on social media, the Pussycat Dolls basically reevaluated their plans after taking an honest look at the North American run. They ultimately decided to cancel all but one scheduled date. Despite the cancellations, the group confirmed that they will still perform at the Out Loud Music Festival during WeHo Pride to show love to their LGBTQ plus fans. They say thank you for the love, patience, and support. The group wrote, expressing appreciation to fans amid the unexpected change. I think that is very crazy, but also it's one of those things where everybody is going on tour at the same time, and tours are very expensive. Like with Chris Brown and Usher, them tickets is damn near like $1,000, and that's not even like talking about fucking meet and greets. So if people are spending that on one concert, I'm sorry, that little $180 concert tickets, it ain't gonna work. Bitch, I done spent all my money on this other shit. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they can redo the tour because I feel like they deserve it. You know, like who wouldn't want to see the Pussycat Dolls? Even though it's not all of them, it's only I think it's only Ashley, Nicole, and Kimberly. Yeah, bitch, we need the other girls. I want the one girl. So y'all remember when the Pussycat Dolls was performing on stage, and the one girl was like hitting Nicole's solo so. Bitch, she was hitting that motherfucker so good that Nicole looked at her like, "Bitch, are you trying to take my spot?" Cause y'all know, like Nicole can sing, but she can't sing. That's the thing. Like, bitch, she sing better than Mary J. Blige. I, uh, uh, y'all don't want to hear that though. Shit, anybody can sing better than fucking Mary J. But yeah, nonetheless, I hope that they are able to come back and basically get the tour back up running or something. Speaking of another tour, it looks like Kid Cudi is on tour, and he removed Mia from his tour due to being booed for a reckless comment. So I guess as Mia was performing, I think Mia is the girl who I fly like like the playing song and shit. I think that's her. Ain't that her? Anyway, so I guess she was on stage and she made a comment basically saying members of the audience being illegal. Yeah, why the fuck would you sit here and say that shit? And I think that she's like an immigrant herself or something like that, I please don't beat me up. But for you to literally get on stage and say some shit like that on somebody else's tour, bitch, this not even your shit. This somebody else's tour. Kid Cudi said, "Yeah, what I'm not about to do is have somebody just out here saying reckless ass shit. But you not about to fuck up my brand because I'm sitting here supporting you. That's where you got life fucked up. Baby, take your L and go to fuck on. If that's how you feel, baby, do that shit in the comfort of your own home. Please don't be trying to come over here and fuck up my money. I will fuck you up, you goofy bitch." I mean, that's not what he said, but if you ask me, that's basically what he was getting at. You know what I'm saying? And I just really want to know, like, what the fuck made her say that? Like, literally, like, you just, people really don't understand that the things that you say have consequences. You can have freedom of speech all you want, but you are not free of consequences. How many times do we have to fucking keep saying it? I don't get it. Um, anyway, that is really all the news that we have. So we're just gonna go ahead and get into some new music announcement. So Chris Brown is actually dropping an album called Brown. I did see there was some like speculation of Chris Brown basically taking inspiration from Duran Bernard with his album cover, because I guess everybody is trying to go back to that old like R&B type when motherfuckers is laying down, or you got the like super close ups and this and the third. Like, I see people trying to go back to how R&B used to be. I don't think it was really that big of a deal. I also can see why people thought he got the inspiration from Duran, simply because this wasn't his original cover photo. It was something else, and then he changed it to this. And I guess to make it more appealing, to make it seem like it's more of a R&B track, I mean an R&B album or whatever. But nonetheless, that is coming May 8th. Lady Gaga and Doechii actually just dropped a music video for their song Runway, which is on the soundtrack for the new movie called Devil's Wears Prada 2. What? The Devil Wears Prada 2. I don't know why in that moment I just thought I was saying that all wrong. Yeah, I personally want to go see Devil Wears Prada. I'm not gonna lie, I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews. And then when I really when I say mixed reviews, it's really I've been seeing a lot of bad reviews about the movie. And I don't know. I think that as people, we just need to get back to the point of, I don't know. Matter of fact, I really don't know what we need to get back to, because I think that what's happening with movies and even music is people don't have the passion for it anymore. People are just doing shit just to do it, you know. And I mean, a part of that can be cool, but also I feel like you have to have a passion to just want to do some shit, especially like that. Like, why wouldn't you want to deliver a great? I don't know, but bitch, go check out Devil Wears Prada and also go check out the new song. While the baby was talking about being one of the best rappers like Drake and Kendrick, goofy bitch, he actually just dropped a remix to his song "Pop That Thing" with Young Miami, YK Nice, and Glorilla. Personally, not going to listen to it. And this is a wild three to put together on a song. It's like you just got three of like the bare minimum rappers and was like, hey, let's put some shit together. That's what it sounds like. Giveon actually has revealed features for his beloved Act 2 Deluxe album. I think we're getting Kalani, I think Leon Thomas, Teddy Swims, and a Sasha Kelby. Keeble. I think her name is Keeble. I think it is. I'm so sorry if I just butchered your name. I have heard a couple songs from Miss Sasha. I like her. I'm not mad at it. And honestly, this feature list is not bad at all. I have not heard the beloved act, like the first version of this album. Haven't heard it yet, but I definitely am going to listen to it, simply because I've heard great things about that album. And I think that Giveon is the I think I think Giveon is one of those people who is really slept on for the most part. Like I feel like he took so much time off and then came back, or maybe he was dropping music, still dropping music between that time. But I feel as though when he was going through his whole breakup or whatever, like the whole like, oh, he was cheating throughout the whole relationship and then turn around and try to act like he was the victim, bitch. Yeah, I think that's why his music works because it's toxic. Unfortunately, toxic R&B has to work today because once y'all try to switch over into the lovey-dovey shit, leave it to the girlies. That's how I feel, right? I feel as though the girlies, even though some girls who do R&B are very much toxic, aka Summer Walker, Mariah the Scientist, but y'all never want to talk about that. They make toxic burn music, all right? But nonetheless, it works. But I'm talking about like the toxic, like how Brent Fayez used to be. It works for him, it works for certain men, and I just think y'all just need to stick to y'all bag. But nonetheless, shout out to Giveon. I definitely will be giving it a listen. I actually think it drops next week. I could be lying, I have to double check that. Anyway, Bryson Tiller actually just dropped a new single called It's On. It's a cute little summer single. I guess I can hear it being played at like a day party or something. So shout out to them. Of course, today is Friday and we have some new music that actually dropped today. So speaking of Duran, his new album Bernard dropped today. Isaiah Rashid also dropped an album called It's Been Awful. Black Boy Max, for all my young niggas out there, he just dropped an EP called Crash Dummy. Northwest finally drops her EP, North Forever, which I personally am going to listen to it. I feel as though it might give like the vibes that Kanye has been on. Or I personally think that again, once I see her like aesthetic, it's very much giving like vamp type vibes, like like Ken Carson and Homicide Gang, fucking even a little bit of Playboy Cardi, whatever. That's the vibe that I'm expecting. But nonetheless, I am excited for Northwest. Shout out to her. Nav and Quavo actually dropped a single called Mutt. Chris Brown drops a single called Fallen with Leon Thomas. Dream is back on our radios. He basically just dropped a song called Bring That Body. I think the Dream is actually dropping an album very soon, so I'm excited about that. But nonetheless, that is all that I have for you all this week. Of course, before we get out of here, I have to leave you all with an uncut gem. So the other day when I was outside smoking or whatever the case is, and I was playing the game, I ended up coming across a song by Tyga, right? And I basically end up hearing "Do Your Dance," "Do Your Dance on Your Chick," oh, she love that shit, right? With 2 Chainz, and it fully made me realize how much Tyga is actually slept on. Tyga has hits, bro. I can't sit here and deny the fact that Tyga has hits. Bitch, the baby, if you want to be compared to anybody, bitch, you need to be compared to like a Tyga. Tyga has hits, but to sit here and think that he's like one of the best rappers alive, no, okay? But when I heard Tyga the "Do Your Dance," it reminded me of "Dancing for Dollars." Y'all remember the "Bitch I'm the Shit" album? Yes, it had "Dancing for Dollars." It had orgasm it orgasm on it. And so for our uncut gem of the week, of course it has to go to Tyga, "Dancing for Dollars." I will say this was my shit back in like 2012. And I think that we need to start having a conversation of when was like the best years for music. Of course people are going to put 2016 in the list, but I don't think people talk about like 2011, 2012. Even like I'm going to put in '09 in there a little bit, simply because I feel like '09 was the year of like dance music. Like, bitch, I feel like that's when we was getting all the like crank that's and all the lean with it, rock with it, and shit like that. Like, of course, like we had songs like earlier than that, like Nuck If You Buck or whatever. But I felt like '09 really like had that different sound that really took off, and especially it really took off because Atlanta was taking over. But 2012, bitch, when everybody was out here like jerking skinny jeans and doing this and doing that, that was a time, and that was a time that Tyga was really on a run. So again, our uncut gem of the week goes to Tyga, dancing for dollars. All right. So that is all that I have for you all this week. Thank you to my first and my last time listeners. Of course, please make sure that you all are checking us out every Monday and Friday on our YouTube channel. Please make sure to turn on those post notifications. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and do all of those things to keep supporting the pod. Please remember to always be humble, be gracious, and be open. I will see y'all at the top because the bottom is just way too crowded. Bye, y'all.